Rulers, I'm throwing money. They think it is fucking funny, but I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I only live one way, that's Monday through Sunday. See me on the highway, they calling me the fly J. Then they see me passing by, now they call me the bad J. See me when I drive up, they calling me the driveway. And I got a swing, man, this Texas is the driveway. Damn, I'ma do.
And I'm going, what up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's Tuesday, January 17th here, guys. I'm filming this show early the night before. A little late night NBA Talk with Jay, but it's also Tuesday NBA Talk with Jay as well, man. Got to get the energy going. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for cashing with me and all that, man. Let's keep it going, but it is all business on the show. I'm not here to waste your time. If you can, man, join the channel, become a member. These late night shows will become members only if you can. It's only $3 a month, guys. I appreciate your support to the channel as well. Now let's get straight down to business. You're not gonna like this pick today, but that probably means it has a good chance of cashing here. Let's go over here. First game up. Head over to the streets of Milwaukee here, guys. We got the Bucks laying 6 points here at the house versus the Toronto Raptors, right? Raptors here coming in here off of an overtime game, right? They played a ton of minutes, man. I can tell you this right now. Now, do we know if Giannis is going to play? Who knows, guys? He was supposed to play on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. He was probable for 2 days, and then they announced him out like an hour before the show, man. So we really never really know when we're going to get here. It's a lot of manipulation going on. They don't want us to make money off this, guys, but that doesn't mean that we aren't going to here. Raptors, third game in 4 nights, plus a back-to-back on the road with travel as well, and coming off an overtime game. Pascal Siakam, 46 minutes. Scotty Barnes, 45 minutes. We know he's a little younger, though. Fred VanVleet, he's not so young. 45 minutes. He was already had a bad back. You see what I'm saying? Gary Trent Jr., 42 minutes. We also don't know who's going to be traded by the Raptors, guys. They are really close to trading someone. It could be VanVleet. He didn't want to sign a contract extension, so they either got to pay him like a max deal or trade him away. We don't know who's going to be trading the Raptors, guys, but they're really close to trading someone. Regards to that, the Bucks, they're in a little bit of a funk, but they're on a back-to-back. And they didn't have to travel anywhere. So guess what? I could only look towards the Bucks in this one. They should have Giannis back. Maybe they just wanted to rest him up here on the first game of a back-to-back. I'd lean towards the Bucks here at the house. This is a different team at home. This is a different team with Giannis as well. Couldn't talk you off waiting to see if he's going to play, but I know me personally, I could only look towards the Bucks here. And also, don't be a bit surprised to see the Raptors rule some maybe 1 or 2 guys out in this one. They just played a ton of minutes last night. This is basically like a scheduled loss for the Raptors as well, guys. So, like I said, if you do like the Bucks, I'd bet them sooner than later. That's just my opinion. Raptors, don't be surprised if this line goes up. Would lean to the Bucks here at the house in this one, guys. It's the only way that I could look. Would be surprised if they came out early and often, the Bucks as well. I lean Bucks minus the 6 in that game. Watch out for the injury report. We never know what's going to go on, guys. I always try to keep it real with you. My guess would be Giannis plays in this one, and I would also guess that at the very least, one Raptor starter gets ruled out. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Let's head over here to the streets of San Antonio, guys. We have the Spurs here getting 6 points at the house versus the Brooklyn Nets. Now, on one end, you could argue that this is a revenge spot for the Spurs. They're only 8-16 straight up at the house. They're only 13-31 overall on the season, guys. This Spurs team are not great, in my opinion. But against the spread, they are 21-23, right? So you never know when they're going to keep a game close, but lose it. Now, the Nets, let's take a look at the Nets side first. They're coming off 2 straight losses, 0-3 against the spread last 3 games. They do have a game some more games coming up on deck. Phoenix, Utah, and Golden State. We got to remember they were down Kevin Durant right now. Now the San Antonio Spurs, they've lost 5 straight games. They did before dropping the last 2 against the spread. Before that, they had covered 5 straight and 7 out of the last 8, but they're starting to go back onto the deep end, right? 5 straight overs. They've given up 132 points to the Kings, 144 to the Warriors, 135 to the Grizzlies, 121 to the Grizzlies, 121 to the Celtics as well, guys. So they're giving up points in bunches. I don't play a lot of totals. Now, I'll tell you this. These two teams did just face off January 2nd. The Nets smoked them. I'm talking about it was never a game. It was they started out like 12-2, and it was they never looked back. 139 to 103. They were basically up 30 to 40 points the whole game. The Nets were laying 11 and a half in there, and obviously they still had KD. The Nets have beaten the Spurs 6 straight times and have covered 5 out of the last 6 games as well versus the Spurs. Do I want to take the Spurs? No, but let's talk about it. The Spurs like to get majority of their paints inside the paint, majority of their points inside the paint. They don't really like to shoot a ton of threes. They could be troublesome here for the Nets because the Nets obviously have a ton of more shooters and they shoot a ton of more threes. So if they're making them, it's going to be tough for the Spurs to come back. But look at this. The Nets don't, outside of Claxton, they don't really have a ton of guys that are going to defend the rim, right? So when you really think about it, the Spurs are going to get what they want inside the paint. The Nets are going to get what they want wherever versus the Spurs. I couldn't talk you off and over here, guys. I don't play a lot of totals, but I see points in this game, mainly because the Nets are probably going to knock down their threes. But on the flip side, the Spurs are likely going to get a ton of points on the inside. They like to run like this pick and roll, dribble handoff type of action, and it's getting to the low man, likely Pirtle. I wouldn't be surprised if Jakob Pirtle went for a double-double in this game. I don't know what his points is at right now, but Pirtle might go for 15 points in this game. He should have a double-double as well. I think it's a good matchup for him. And on the flip side, the Nets, I'd look at some three-point shooters for them. The Spurs aren't the greatest at defending the three-point line. So if I had a play in this game, I would be looking towards the over. If you're prop bettors, don't be surprised if Jakob Pirtle has a double-double. Don't be a bit surprised if he goes over his point total as well. I could definitely see him getting 6 or 7 easy baskets going to the rim, especially when Claxton is out, guys. I'm just here to break you down the info. I don't have a play in this game, but I definitely see points. And I would like to say the Nets can get right versus the Spurs, but don't like the fact that they don't have a ton of paint protection to defend what the Spurs like to do in that one, guys. So it's over or nothing for me in that game. Let's head over here to the streets of Denver here, man. We have the Nuggets laying 7 points at the house versus the Portland Trailblazers here, guys. I'll tell you this, the Nuggets are on one right now. This team is not to be messed around with. They're 19-3 at the house, 14-8 against the spread as well, 8-2 against the spread last 10 games. When we took them versus the Clippers and they didn't have Jokic and still beat the Clippers, I said I may not bet against this Nuggets team the rest of the year, guys. This team is really rolling right now. You look at the Blazers here. They're coming off 4 straight home games. They played this one road game, then they head right back at the house for 3 more home games. So in theory, this could be like a scheduled loss for the Blazers, in my opinion. They do have Gary Payton II playing right now. He's playing well. If Dame and Simons can hit their threes, they can stay in the game with anyone. Do I think 7.5 points is a little rich? I do, but the Nuggets have shown that they can go out there and smack any team at the house. They've won 2 times already this year versus the Blazers. Blazers won the first one, October 24th, 135-110. The Nuggets have won the last 2, 121-120 in Portland on December 8th, then 120-107 December 23rd as well. They absolutely smoked the Blazers. I like the Blazers in that game, and they smoked them in that one. Now, Bones Highland could be missing here off the bench for the Nuggets. That will hurt them as well. He is their backup point guard. That could potentially hurt him, but like I said, I'm not in a hurry to step in front of the Nuggets right now. They've won 6 straight games. They've won 7 out of the last 8 and covered 8 of the past 10 games. I'm not in a hurry to bet against this team. This is the first game of a back-to-back. They do play the Minnesota Timberwolves the next day, have a revenge spot. They play them on Wednesday. So, but like I said, they're on a long homestand right now, 4 or 5 game homestand for the Nuggets. I'm just not in a hurry to bet against them. What I could see is the under hidden in this game. If the Blazers want to stay in this one, you got to come in here and play top-tier defense versus Jokic, and the Nuggets, they've changed some defensively. KCP and Bruce Brown has really changed this team. Remember, they were all offense, had terrible guards to defend. Remember, Jamal Murray's not a top-tier defender. When you throw Bruce Brown and KCP in there, some elite wing defenders, it's really changed the whole trajectory of this Nuggets team. I wouldn't be surprised if they went to the finals. I'm not in a hurry to bet against this team, especially at the house, guys. So I'd lean to the under in this one. The side is too tough. It's a really razor sharp line for me, but I can't tell you I don't want to bet against the Nuggets right now. And it's real simple with me. This team is balling. That's a rule of mine. Don't bet against the Nuggets, especially at the house, guys. So with leading to a defensive type of game, the Nuggets do come out hot at the house. They like to jump on teams. I don't have the record in front of them, but they're a really good first quarter team. So wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets came out hot in the first quarter in that game, guys. Last game up. It's time to get to an official play. We got the Clippers here at the house getting a point versus the Philadelphia 76ers. No one's going to like the play, but I'm taking the Clippers. It's not the best of plays, right? I don't absolutely love it, but you talk about on this card, only 4 games. The Clippers are my top play of the day. The 76ers have had a day off in LA. You worry about it. Harden, did you go to the strip club? We always have to worry about that. Did you drag did you drag DeAnthony Milton, or did you drag Joel Embiid or something to the strip club with you, Harden? Probably so. We'll see what happens. Super fishy line. The whole world is going to look at this game and say Sixers easies. The Clippers are trash. They have been playing like ass, but I do believe they get it done here. 4th straight home game for the Clippers in this one, guys. Paul George upgraded to questionable. We know I like to forecast if guys are playing or not. I fully believe Paul George is playing in this game. The +1 will not be there by game time, in my opinion. I do think it closes at Clippers -2, -2.5. Who knows? Could it matter? It may not. I'm taking the Clippers in this one, +1, 5th straight home game. They do head out on the road for 4 straight road games after this. And first game of back-to-back. They play Utah the next day. I think they want this one. They're going to want to ball out versus Embiid. Revenge spot as well. They just lost 119-114 December 23rd over there in Philly, right? What happens when West Coast teams go to East Coast? They're in their jungle now. They're in their backyard on those East Coast times. But guess what? When it's revenge spot and you get the East Coast team in your house playing these late night West Coast games, y'all know how I like it. 10 p.m. Eastern start. This is a late night. Oh, what happened when we playing the game? This is a late night sleepy spot for the Sixers here. So a lot of combinations factors in me taking this game. Late night sleepy spot for the Sixers. Day off in LA. You never know if they went and party. Let down spot as well, man. This is the 3rd game on this road trip. It's time for these guys to start getting sleepy on these late night spots here, guys. It's totally different from playing the super early starts and being on your Eastern Coast body clock. This is when it catches up with the Sixers. I think the Clippers put something together here, put an all-around game here. Paul George coming back, not trying to do too much, but do just enough for your team. Give me the Clippers in this one, +1. I don't even have to look at the chat right now. I know no one likes his plays. Those are the plays that likely cash in this one, guys. And I'd like to tell you, if you like the Sixers and you think it's easy, take the Sixers. Nothing is guaranteed. The Clippers don't have the best offense, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see the best game for the Sixers in this one. Top play for me on Tuesday, January 17th. Give me the Clippers in this one, +1. If you wake up and it's -2 or something, I still like the Clippers here. I fully believe that they win this one by double digits, guys. Give me the Clippers minus whatever in this one. Top play today, guys. I'm probably going to be taking Clippers in the first half as well. Usually when I like a spot, I like it full game, but I like it first half as well. I like them to come out with some, because guess what? If they don't come out with some and you're getting smacked up, then you're probably not going to cash the full game. So it's most of the time it's either 2-0 or 0-2. I like the Clippers +1. Probably hopping full game first half as well, but I can't take it right now. It's not out yet. But Clippers, full game for me, guys. I'm heading back to the house. I'll be back in my element on Wednesday. We're going to get to some cash. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. If you like the show, please hit the like button as well, man. Share the show as well. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. It's only $3 for a month, my guys. When you just support the channel, become a member. And also, if you'd like to get a shirt, jmoneyismoney.com. Use promo code We Will Win for 50% off shirts, guys. This is the Tuesday show. I'll likely be airing this same show again at 12 o'clock at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you do see another show, don't worry, it's this same show. But regards to that, I'm on the Clippers, top play today. Nothing's guaranteed. Go with your gut. I'm going with my gut. That's the only play I like on today's card. We will be back on Wednesday, guys. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, all that good stuff. Share the show as well. We will win, guys. Let's get some cash. It's Us Against the Bookies. Let's go.